Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make another wooden house. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more house related needs, wooden or otherwise, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my various house tutorial playlists. There are a lot of them, guys, and if you like this house, odds are you'll like a lot of the others as well. Moving on, if you guys want to make the house itself, here's what you're going to need. You will need some spruce wood and some birchwood planks. Also grab dark oak planks and some dark oak slabs. Also grab birchwood stairs, grab dark oak stairs, and finally guys, grab yourself some white stained glass paint. And once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your house with a row of 4 spruce wood coming directly up from the floor. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And once you have your row of 4 spruce wood, you then want to take this top block, this 4th block, and go right of it by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then connect this 5th block to the ground, like so. But you also want to take this 5th block and you now want to come towards you by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then connect that 4th block to the ground, and then come back up to the 4th block, and then go right of it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then connect that 4th block down to the ground, and then take that 4th block, and going towards back where you were just building, go back by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then connect that 4th block to the ground, and if you like, you can also connect it all the way back to where we were building previously. And since we're at this point, guys, I should also mention that this is where the entrance to the house is going to be. It's actually going to be right here in this most outward part, and it's going to look a lot something like that, and we're going to add an actual physical door in that space as well. Just letting you guys know. I know that some of you like to know that information. So, once you've reached this point right here, and once you've figured out where your house is going to be and stuff, we now want to return all the way back to this block right here, this 4th block that we just connected down to the ground, and we probably connected it to the previous part of the house as well. And we now want to take this 4th block and we want to go right of it by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then connect that 5th block all the way down to the ground like this. So in total, you want to have a shape which should look exactly like that. Now, once you have this shape, you now want to come around to the back of where you were just building, and we want to take each one of these top 2 corners of the house that we have right here, and we want to extend these corners going back each by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we want to connect each one of those 8 blocks together, and we also want to connect them down to the ground as well to give you something which should look exactly like that, guys. That is the shape that you want to have. Now, once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So now that we form like this rectangular shape that we have, we now want to go inside each one of the 4 corners of the top of our rectangular shape. And we want to go on top of each one of these like inward corners that I've just placed here. Just to show you guys what I've done, we want to go on top of each one of these inward corners, each by 5. So coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that, to give you 4 rows of 5. What you then want to do is take each one of those 5th blocks and you just want to connect them together. Just go all the way around, guys, and connect each one of those 5th blocks together to form a big giant rectangular shape. So that's exactly what we're going to do, guys. Let's connect them all together and then we can move on. Now, once you have connected them all together and you have ended up with a shape that should look like this, it's now time for us to do the outline of the roof. So come to either the front or the back of the house, it doesn't really matter. Starting on the front of the house, if you're here, you want to place on top of this spruce wood block at the top of the front of the framework here, place a spruce wood block on top of that block right there. Then from that block, do 5 upright diagonals with your spruce. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do bottom right diagonals from that 5th upright diagonal until you connect all the way down to the opposite side on the opposite side of your house to form a triangular shape like this. Now, the reason that it didn't matter whether you started on the front or the back is because once you've done it on the front or the back, you now want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So coming to the back here, starting from the equivalent position on the black on top of this block, do 1 spruce, then 5 upright diagonals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're just going to do bottom right diagonals until we connect all the way down to the bottom part of the roof to give us a shape which should look exactly like this, guys. So now we have our 2 triangular shapes. Now, not only do we want to do this on the top part of the house, but we also want to do a little mini version just above the entrance. So just above the entrance here, you want to do 3 spruce wood blocks just directly above the entrance like this little tiny triangular shape. Now, once you've got all of that taken care of, this is what you want to do next, guys. I suppose it's probably about time for us to fill in some of the walls, isn't it? So this is what we want to start off doing, guys. So first of all, we'll fill in the bottom part of the house. And what we want to do first of all is we just want to go all the way around the entire base of the house. And we just want to go all the way around the base of the house with our dark oak wood planks. So we just want to go all the way around the base with our dark oak wood planks like that, just going all the way around. So once you've added in all of your dark oak wood planks, this is what you want to do next, guys. So let's take care of this little front bit here, since it's actually kind of like an exception to the rest of the base of the house. So this is what you want to do for the entrance. So you want to add an additional layer of dark oak planks just at the top where we have this little entrance here, and then you just want to place some white stained glass pane directly in the center of it like that. And that's what you want to do for both sides of the entrance. That's what you want to do there. But everywhere else, this is what you want to do next. So it's going to be easier if we move the glass closer to our planks. So on the front, for instance, you want to do this pattern, and this goes pretty much all the way around. Do 1 birch wood, 2 glass pane, 1 birch wood. Then we move over to the side here, and it's 1 birch wood again, 2 glass pane, 1 birch wood, 2 glass pane, 1 birch wood. Moving to the back, 1 birch wood, 2 glass pane, 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 1 birch wood. Now we're on the right hand side, or we're on the left hand side of the house. Sorry, I lost my bearings. On the left hand side of the house, 1 birch wood, 2 glass pane, 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch. We're back at the front of the house again. 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch. You guys can see exactly how that pattern's unfolded there. And not only do you want to do that to the base row, but you also want to do the exact same thing to the row just above it. I was just showing you the pattern that we've just followed to take care of the base of the house. It's just 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch, repeated pretty much indefinitely as you go all the way around the house. And of course, you restart the pattern once you get onto an individual side, and once you've done that all the way around the house once, you just want to do the exact same thing to the 1 row just above it. And what you'll end up with is something that should look exactly like this. So that just gets the side and the front, everything in there together. Now, once you've got that taken care of on the base of the house, this is what you want to do next, guys. So let's move up to this midsection of the house. First of all, we're going to want to start off by doing a base layer of dark oak planks that goes all the way around the bottom of this little midsection of the house. So very similar to what we did for the base of the house, you want to do this going all the way around the bottom of the midsection. Now, not only do you want to do that to the bottom bit, but you also want to do it to the top as well. So at the top here, you just want to do a layer of dark oak planks going all the way around, like this. So just go all the way around the top, like this, with your dark oak planks, like that. Now, once you've got that taken care of, we can then move on to the next bit. So, it is a little bit different than the base part, but it's not very difficult. So, starting on the front, for example, what you want to do, starting from the left-hand side, is this sequence of blocks. Do 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch, 1 glass, 1 dark oak wood plank, 1 white stained glass, 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch. And of course, that wants to be done in the exact same fashion, just 1 row above as well. So whatever you do to that base row, you also want to do to the row just above it. And that's how you want to fill in the front middle part of the house, guys. And of course, not only do you want to do this to the front, but you also want to do the exact same thing to the back. So we're coming to the back here, and we can just look directly forward at what we did, but it'll be 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch, 1 glass, 1 oak wood plank, 1 white stained glass, 1 birch, 2 glass, 1 birch. And then of course we just have to do the exact same thing to the row just above it. So that's exactly what we're going to do, guys. And bam, that's what you want to have for the front and back middle section of the house. Let's move on to the sides. So coming to the middle side, it's very easy. Starting from the left hand side here, we just want to do 1 birch, 1 glass, 1 oak, 1 glass, 1 birch. And of course, we just want to do the exact same thing to the row just above it. And not only do we want to do it to that side, but we want to do it to the opposite side as well. So here, left hand side, birch, glass, oak, glass, birch. And we just want to do the exact same thing to the row just above it, like that. Perfect. Now, once you've got that middle section taken care of, we now want to move up to this top section of the house. And we only have 2 bits here to do. We've just got the front and the back. Oh, and we also have a chimney to add as well. So, let's do this. So, on the front of the house, and it doesn't really matter since the front and the back are identical, this is what you want to do to fill in the triangular section. So, starting from the outward coming in, we want to add a layer of dark oak wood planks that sits underneath the spruce wood for the outline. We then want to do a layer of birchwood planks underneath the oakwood planks. We then want to do a layer of white stained glass pane underneath the birch, like that. Then we want to do a layer of spruce wood underneath the glass. Then we want to place a single glass in the center, and that's what you want to end up with, guys. That is the front part of the triangular little roof section of the house done. Now, not only do you want to do this to the front, you want to do the exact same thing to the back. So coming to the back here, we're just going to do the, first of all, layer of dark oak wood planks like this. Then the layer of birch wood just underneath, like that. Then the layer of glass underneath that. Then spruce wood. Then glass to finish it off, to give you something which should look like this. Perfect. Once you've got that taken care of on the front and the back, it's now time for us to add in the chimney. So, the chimney sits on the left-hand side of the house here, and it sits all the way up at the top. It actually sits on top of these 3 middle blocks that we have at the top of the framework. On top of this middle block right here, do a row of 5 dark oak wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, on top of the blocks left and right of it, do 2 rows of 4 to give you a shape which should look like this, and that is the chimney complete. Once you've got that taken care of, all we have to do are the roofs, and we've also got a little bit more to add. So let's start off with the smaller, easier roof first, guys, and then we can move on to the big boy roof. So the way that these roofs are going to be done is like this. So the first bit of roof is actually somewhat interesting, in which it kind of goes all the way around the house, and I'm doing this for you now, and then I'll talk about it. So in line with the top row of framework for like the little bottom portion of the house, you want to do a layer of dark oak planks, or not dark oak planks, dark oak stairs that goes all the way around the framework, like the top part of the framework for the base of the house, like this. So it goes all the way around, snakes all the way around. Now, you also want to do this effect 1 row above, except you want to use birchwood stairs for this, and it just wants to go just 1 row above, following the pattern that a roof would, so 1 block higher and 1 block inwards in relation to the previous part of the roof, and you just want to go all the way around, and you just want to add that second layer of roof. So you just want to end up with something that should look like this. something else to mention about this roof, guys. So this also applies to the top roof as well. The end parts of the roof and the first bit of roof, so where the roof actually begins and where the roof ends and overhangs, those bits are dark oak stairs. Everything else to do with the roof is birchwood stairs. So you guys will be able to see quite clearly what I'm getting at. Well, there we go, that'll place. We might have to replace those with dark oak wood planks. I completely forgot about that. So those can go there, and then stairs there. Perfect. So as you guys might be able to tell, the ends of the roof and the overhang parts of the roof and the first rows of the roof are all dark oak wood. Everywhere else is birchwood stairs. It's as simple as that. And of course, the underhanging part of the roof, which is placed directly underneath the overhanging parts, those are also dark oak stairs as well. And remember to fill in this little middle section here, this little single open space in with white stained glass paint. Connect the roof together at the top, then finish off this little mini roof with some dark oak slabs directly in the center, and what you'll end up with is something that should look exactly like this. The reason that we started with this mini roof first of all is because we're just going to apply this exact same thing directly to this upper roof. Let's do it. So once you've got the bottom lower easy part of the roof done, we now want to do the exact same thing to the big roof. And the roof's not that big, but I suppose it is the big roof in this context. And all you have to do is, like I said, first row, dark oak wood. The rest of it is birch wood stairs. The ends, the bits that overhang, also birchwood stairs, but everywhere else, dark oak stairs. It's as simple as that, guys. So it's actually going to be easier if we place the middle part of the roof first of all, and we've also just got to work around the chimney here. There we go. We can just place blocks there. It won't really matter. You won't be able to tell what those are. Come on, there we go. Really awkward to place with this chimney in the way, but there we go. But yeah, the middle part of the roof, birchwood stairs. Everywhere else, oakwood stairs. Simple as that. So we're just filling this in now. We've done the middle portion of the roof, which is slightly difficult because of the chimney. And now all we have to do is the dark oakwood stairs everywhere else, as you guys can see. So we're now just adding the overhanging layer of dark oakwood stairs onto the front of the roof. And we'll also do the underhanging layer as well, whilst we're actually here. So underneath the overhanging layer, we've got to do upside down stairs, as you guys can see. And what we'll also add is a dark oak wood plank kind of bridging the gap, and later on we will also add a layer of slabs to the center part of the roof. So that is the front part of the roof pretty much done. Let's move on to the back now. So for the back here, we've just got to add on the overhanging layer, then the underhanging layer, then the slabs, then the structure of this house is actually pretty much done. It's 100% done, as a matter of fact. I can't think of anything else that needs doing with this house other than what I've just described. We just need to finish the roof, and then there are no additional features. So we bridge the gap up at the top here. We then do dark oakwood stairs underneath each one of these overhanging stairs here, as you guys can see. Boom, boom, boom. Just underneath each one of those overhanging stairs, like that. Then all we have to do once you've done that on the front and the back is we just have to run a layer of dark oak wood slabs directly on top of the house. And what you'll end up with, guys, is something that should look exactly like this. And this is your house. This is the structure of it, 100% fully complete. Oh, also, something that we are missing technically, but I was going to add it later anyway, you might want to add a dark oak wood door right the way at the entrance, just because it kind of fits and it looks nice. But I was going to add that when I actually go away and do the garden and stuff. So, this is what you want to have for your house, guys. what I'm now going to do, now that I've shown you how to make the actual structure part of the house, I'm going to go away, I'm going to add a little bit to the interior and a little bit to the exterior as well, and then I'm going to be back once I've done both of those things. I'm not going to tutorial what I'm going to be showing you next, I'm just going to show you what this house may look like if you decide to invest any sort of time into it. Back in a moment, guys. Alright guys, so as you may or may not be able to tell, I have messed about with the house ever so slightly. I've not done too much, but let's take a look anyway, shall we? We will start with the interior. So coming to the interior, first thing, completely ripped up the floor, replaced it with birchwood planks, just to keep this place nice and light. I also did the exact same thing with the second floor here, also replaced, well, I suppose I placed the second floor with birchwood planks as it wasn't there previously to keep things nice and light. Also lit this place up, not too well, but I mean, you don't need too much light around here because it is a very small area anyway. Added in a little bit of scenery, a little bit of a bookcase here with kind of like a little lounge area. Also added in a fireplace right at the back here, which doesn't make too much sense because as we get up to the second floor, it kind of doesn't go anywhere since I decided to put the bed up here, so really that fireplace doesn't make too much sense because it's not really going anywhere, but you know, that's how these things go. It's, you know, it's not built into the chimney or anything, it's just kind of there. This house doesn't make too much sense, but it still looks fine anyway. Up on the second floor here, not too much room to do anything. I mean, just got the bed here with the diamond sword above it, got a couple of plants, kind of like a little bit of a shelf. That's kind of cool up here. I actually like the second floor a little bit more than the first floor. If you wanted to, you could add in yet another floor, but then you're going to be a little spoiled. What's the opposite of spoiled? You're going to be lacking in space if you add in like a little attic. Plus, there wouldn't be too much room up there anyway. You'd have to add in another staircase. It would not work out well. And that's the inside of the house, guys. That is the interior. I mean, if you guys want to copy this, then feel free, but I didn't put too much effort into it. I just wanted to show you the sort of space you were working with. It's not a massive amount, but it definitely worked as a survival house. Let's move out to the outside now, guys. So for the exterior, all I've done really, other than add a path and a little bit of hedging, is I've added two flower beds. One on the left hand side here, which I have decorated with roses, trapdoors going all the way around the grass blocks, and as you can see, we've got spruce wood going all the way around the flower beds on the left and right hand side. Those are identical. I used dirt blocks. I expected them to sprout grass by now. I was wrong apparently. Doesn't really matter. Other than doing those two things, and you guys can see how those are put together, I kind of like turn the ground into turn the house into a big square shape rather than the little concave parts that we had there. You guys can see how that is. I don't have to explain that. And going all the way around the house, as you can see, we've got a bit of a path here, and then we've got a hedge that goes all the way around it, and then that's pretty much it, guys. So let me take off the UI and let's actually circle this house and we can talk about it a little bit. It's a pretty cool looking house, actually. I actually showed this in my most recent world tour, which I may even leave a link for, and I said that I'm not too happy with the house, and I think that it will be improved vastly with a little bit of a garden, and I think that I'm right. I very much love this house now that I've actually added a garden. I think that it's pulled everything together. Those two flower beds, I think, really do add a little something to it. So, if you guys like this house as much as I love this house, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could give me a like, favorite, share, anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys. I would just vastly appreciate. You know I love it when you show me love. You know I love nothing more than love. Feel free to leave down in the comments, what would you like to see next, what sort of house. Feel free to let me know. I may even do it. You never know. Who knows? That's the fun. Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my various house tutorial playlists. There's a lot of them. If you like this house right here, you'll probably like loads of other houses that I've made. I think I've made just about 100 houses by now. It's been quite a few. And I suppose that that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.